Welcome to the Politics Podcast. This is your host, Anthony Lindsay.
And Stephanie Marino.
All right. We're here with a representative from Dance Marathon, and it's Colin Quinn. So, Steph, you have some questions for him.
Hello, Colin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So you're from Ohio State, right?
Correct.
All right. So can you tell us about Dance Marathon? I heard it was the largest in the country. And last year, you raised $1.5 impressive million for Nationwide Children's Hospital. How does the Dance Marathon work, and how do you raise the money?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So Dance Marathon is a peer-to-peer model for fundraising. So what we do is we engage about 6,000 students annually, and we'll have about 4,000 of them actually fundraise. And they'll reach their targeted donors by, sending emails, putting on Facebook posts about asking them to donate to their personal fundraising page on Buckeyethon's website. So they will, throughout the year, starting when they register, they can make these asks to, their family members, their friends, their hometown, and all these donations just continuously add up to hit that incredible total of 1.5 million.
What else is at the marathon? Is it all dancing, or are there other things to do while you're there? How's that structured?
Yeah, great question. So it's for us, it's a little bit different than other dance marathons, but we have a union that we pretty much take over for 24 hours, and students will participate in one of the two 12-hour shifts. So our dance marathon starts at 7 p.m. on Friday night and will end on 10 p.m. the following night on Saturday night. And during one of the 12-hour shifts, there's always dancing happening in the ballroom. But we also have tons of activities participate throughout our entire student union, such as dodgeball. We have this thing called Gaga Ball with our, which is actually the kids from Nationwide Children's Hospital that come and visit absolutely love to participate in. We have, arts and crafts. We have inspiration rooms to talk about really what they're fundraising for, like how impactful they really are, and the difference they're making for kids at the Hematology Oncology Department at Nationwide Children's Hospital. So there's all different activities. And the real, goal for us is that we want people to be standing for 12 hours in recognition, of the kids that are fighting their battle with cancer down in Nationwide Children's Hospital.
So when you go into it, do you have a specific, like a set goal that you want to hit? Like this year, we want to hit 1.6 million.
Yeah, so this year, our goal is actually $2 million. We're hoping that we can raise $2 million by February 9th and 10th, which is the Dance Marathon.
Awesome.
That's incredible. Where does the money go to, like specifically? Like, does it just go to the hospital in general? Like, does it go to the running of the hospital or just programs for the kids? What does it go to?
It specifically goes to the Hematology and Oncology floor at Nationwide Children's Hospital. And of that, we specifically fund research projects as well as psychosocial services. So psychosocial services is really, really cool and something that really excites me that we fundraise for. And it's the part that makes kids get the opportunity to be kids while they're still in the hospital. So, unfortunately for a lot of these kids that, are going through cancer treatment, they're immunocompromised, which means they can't, leave the hospital setting. So they don't get to go to school. They don't get to play rec soccer with their friends. They don't get to be a normal kid. So psychosocial services provides kids those opportunities to act like kids, have fun, but all while in the hospital. And the unfortunate part is insurance doesn't cover these pieces. So, it is a very costly, treatment for these kids to receive during the hospital, but insurance doesn't cover it. So Nationwide Children's Hospital, they won't bill people for the psychosocial services treatment, but they still need to find funds to be able to cover, the social workers, the supplies, and basically the whole budget for having these services for the kids on the floor. So what Buckeyethon is able to do is help underwrite that entire budget and give the opportunity for kids to be kids while being treated for cancer at Nationwide Children's Hospital.
How much of the money goes to the children at the hospital, like as a percentage?
100% of the total that we reveal will be donated to Nationwide Children's Hospital.
Oh, wow. What got you started in philanthropy in general? Was it this particular endeavor, or was there something else before this? Have you always wanted to focus on the children's hospitals?
So unfortunately, I lost one of my good friends to pediatric cancer in the 6th grade. So when I came to Ohio State, I learned about Buckeyethon. I was like, this is something I have to get involved with. And to be honest, I really didn't understand what the concept of philanthropy was until I really got engaged with this endeavor. And ever since getting engaged, absolutely fell in love with it.
That's great. What if you don't mind me asking? Like, what's your major? What else are you studying there?
Yeah, so I'm a biology major, neuroscience minor, with the goal of hopefully going to medical school next year.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've got a really strong motivation. That's awesome news. So
Thank you.
Yeah, so if Dance Marathon at Ohio State were able to do whatever it wanted, fully funded, what would you do? How would you change it up or grow it?
Yeah, that's a great question. Something I'd love to see. I don't know. I would love to find a way and, invest money into figuring out how we can engage, all of the undergraduate students here at Ohio State. So we have about, like I said, about 5,000 students this year that are participating with us. And, that's only like 10%, a little bit less than 10% of the total student population here at Ohio State. So it'd be incredible to figure out, use some of that money to invest in how we can figure out to engage all those 50,000 other undergraduate students and provide them with ideal resources that will get them to fundraise the most money possible for Nationwide Children's Hospital.
It's intense. I hope it works out. We'll upload it to our site and try to drive some traffic your way at the very least.
Yeah.
Like you hear about a lot of charities that give like 10% to the actual people that it's supposed to go to. So for a charity to give 100% of it and for it to be like a fun thing to do is like really refreshing.
Thank you. Yes. And I think that's our biggest thing is, we are very much, there are, I agree, there's a lot of charities that'll say, well, we raised X amount of dollars, but, in actuality, like a very little percentage of that money goes to the cause. So we do have our own operating budget, which we cover with like registration fees. So when you sign up to participate, and be a team member of Buckeye-thon, you do have a $25 registration fee. So that $25 covers our entire operating fund. But because what we want to do is every dollar that a student raises, we want to be able to say that money is directly going to Nationwide Children's Hospital, isn't going to pay the fees for our DJ during the Dance Marathon, isn't going to pay the fees for renting out the space. It is strictly going to help kids at the hospital.
Awesome. I think transparency as well, like drawing that line and saying, so this is what goes towards funding what we need, and this is like the rest is going directly towards the cause that you're here for.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely. And I think especially in this day and age, you want to be as transparent as possible, in philanthropy and fundraising.
Yeah, there is a lot of skepticism out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
So if someone wants to donate, to just flat out donate, like I'm not a dancer, but I'll throw a couple of dollars your way.
I appreciate that.
Where can they donate? Yeah,
so our link is go.osu.edu/BT.
Right,
and actually today we have a fundraising push. So each year we do like one day out of the year where it's called our Day of Miracles, and we try to fundraise as much money as we possibly can in a single day. So today is actually our Day of Miracles, and we're trying to raise $250,000 today.
Wow, that's incredible. That's a huge goal. All right, so we'll upload that on our site as well, and try to drive some traffic away.
Awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Cheers. This was the Policy Podcast. This is your host, Anthony Lindsay.
And Stephanie Moreno.
Cheers.